Hello, my name is Alan Espinoza. I'm with God Provides Ministry. We're the Native American Indian Food Bank for the state of California. Our region that we currently handle is basically half of Southern California. We do it as far as I would say Lancaster. We actually have some agencies in Indio and some as far as Blight. We do all the way down to the Mexican border, and we even have an orphanage program which it actually exceeds into Tijuana, Rosarita, and San Rafael. Those are just a few of our programs with our food bank. We also do an outreach program, which we do down in Skid Row, which we currently filmed a little while ago, where we help distribute food. But our real thing is we also do the gospel, and we also do the real food that's being distributed is the word of the Lord. But we call that our pickup program. We're there just not to feed the homeless, but we're there to pluck those that want to go into reentry programs for drug and alcohol rehabilitation. We also have some housing available for those that have mental health issues, and we want to get them out of Skid Row. So unlike a lot of organizations that just feeds them, because there's a lot of food in Skid Row, but there's not a lot of organizations willing to take them out of Skid Row. So we're being involved with that. We had some real nice calls from the Dream Center willing to help us, and I just got a phone call from another organization, Union Station, I believe, and also there's another outreach willing to work with us. So we have a lot of programs where people see the need, and hopefully by bringing together a whole bunch of different ministries, we can accomplish some great things. As you can hear all the noise in the back, we have Victory Outreach here, helping to do a lot of our labor with making the family packs and putting them all together. And then we also have the dairy packs being built. Our family pack is actually a huge package right here that includes meat packs. It has fresh fruits and vegetables. We have a dry pack with breads and so forth. And we also have sweets. And this is what really makes it neat, is the sweets that we have. That we offer the whole package, which below is our dairy packs.
You mentioned how many people you got off the street.
Yeah, well,
last year and this year.
Oh yeah, right. We've actually increased our number of people off the street. We were at 89 around the 1st of June, and we picked up a few more, so I think we're over in the 90s. I don't have the actual number. Last year we did a total of 109, but we're looking at what we're moving at today, and also with our outreach, asking to have organizations like Victor Outreach and some Christian organizations that do have sober living homes, that we can actually pull more people off the street, and I think we'll be able to double that count this year. For the Southern California Indian Center, they have 5 locations. I believe this is one of the 5, and they have a small pantry in Fountain Valley and a small pantry in downtown Los Angeles. And we're looking to be a major contributor to those Native American Indian programs. And now what makes this Indian Center a little bit different is that we also run as a community center. So we do everything from transitional work programs, working with youth programs. It also handles resources information for housing and so forth. And we also run the EFAP, the California Emergency Food Program, through that agency.
You're distributing here. People come here for that.
Well, they actually have to go through the Indian Center to go ahead and receive the EFAP program. Even though it's an associated program with God Provides, it is handled separate from our distribution program.
But they come here.
Yeah, and they have their own distribution hours as far as the EFAP program, which currently are 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And we are qualifying the program is that we have we have them sign a income confirmation slip that that's what they earn, and that's about it. I mean.
So what about what do you need the most right now? Well,
right now with the new trucking regulations that's coming on, we're having to upgrade our larger trucks. The diesels have to smog. They have to be smog according to this. I think this year or the next year we have to change our 24-footers and our 26-footers out for newer models that are capable of being smog, because to put the smog system in these vehicles is between $10,000 and $12,000.
So what is your plan? You need money, correct? You mean,
Well, yeah, I mean, something has to pay for it. I mean, I need the vehicles, whether they come by donation, that's a newer model, like 2006 or newer, that an organization can contribute to us. And we're talking about reefer trucks. We do, with the heat that we've been facing, everybody's seen the heat in California. Moving food requires some refrigeration. So, you know, we're going to do our due diligence, and what we've been invested with is the care, and to do it correctly. Yeah, we need refrigerated trucks. We're even looking for smaller refrigerated trucks. You know, the 14 to 17 footers. And the reason for that, because we're looking at the beginnings of another contract with a large grocery chain that will be picking up their foods. And when we talk about picking up foods, I mean, we work with Albertsons. We're one of the pioneers with Albertsons Fresh Rescue. I think we started with nearly 20 stores, and they had some closures, but we still do a lot of stores. Some of them were switched over to when they merged with Feeding America and their program. We're outside the Feed American program. We still do our faith-based organization, and we meet a lot of needs. I think we do it better than a lot of organizations. I mean, we had Colonel Walter Holmes from FEMA visit us, and the thing he says, what we do on the amount of food that we give is amazing. We're looking for funding. I'm not going to say we're not, but we're looking for people that want to fund and believes in what we do. Anybody can say, hey, send me some money, but I think if you really research our organization and you look at the product that we give, you're looking at somebody who's doing the right thing, doing the healthy thing, and also being part of the community. So we're a community organization, and I think we do a lot of love, a lot of care into the community. And
Sundays you're at Skid Row.
Yes, Sunday. Yeah, that's my joy. My joy is in celebrating God and the Creator and the blessings that we receive, and I do that by giving back into the community. But that's not work. That's actually the joy part of my life.
That's the fun part. So yeah. Sunday there, you look forward to it. Work hard here. You look forward to your Sunday to hang out with, doing your work over there.
I hang out with God's people, and you know, there's a lot of issues there. But I see a lot of organizations and how they're handling it, and I think that through, I just had a TV show I just heard recently with KKLA, and then one of the pastors or directors was speaking there from one, I think, Union Mission, and he has a right idea about called deconstruction of Skid Row, and I like what he said, because you know, when we talk about deconstruction, we talk about reshaping how Skid Row is. Skid Row needs to go back to the city. There's approximately 2,700 people that he mentioned that he believes that are in that area. But I think the last, I looked at 2010 or 2012 census reading, and they came out with a figure of 3,200 and growing. So
that's
I like
just right there. There's homeless throughout everywhere.
Yeah, it's a 50-block little segment, and yes, it does something needs to be taken care of. But when you talk deconstruction, we need to remove the people from Skid Row. I mean, I know they live in cardboard boxes, and I'm surprised how much convincing I have to do to tell them that there are a better way to live life. Because some of them are in their belief that everything is fine, and the weather does permit for them to stay out in the streets there. I mean, they're not going to freeze to death. They might get cold. They might get a little uncomfortable, but they're not going to freeze to death, and they're not going to get heat stroke to death. There's enough shade around there to hang around, and there's enough organizations feeding them. But that's called a perpetuation. They're perpetuation. They're you know, a lot of the ones that have drug problems and alcohol problems, and that are mentally ill. They're allowed to perpetuate in an area, and that atmosphere has allowed that. So we might have some different opinions on some of the different community leaders in that area. I mean, I've been doing this. I got all these 15 years of experience, and with homeless and with working with rehabilitation.
But if it's planned correctly, it can be done in another 10 years from now, hopefully.
Well, I think you need some real leaders in the community that's in the streets on a daily basis and get to really tell you what's the program's going on, and without whitewashing it. I mean, it's a bad situation that definitely needs to be handled, and the politicians need to be aware of some direction of how they can handle it. I have my ideas. I don't want to share them because they probably stir up. If you're not able to support us financially, we definitely look for prayer. We're strong believers in the power of prayer. we're Native American Indian organization. We believe we teach a lot of the values of respect. We also teach that a man's wealth is measured by how much he shares and not by how much he saves. And that's what we do. We talk about the circle of influence on an individual basis. If you're a wealthy person, how many people you're actually reaching out and helping. And through our program, there's a lot of, you can really increase your circle of influence on what you're doing. We're looking for pop-up tents for our street outreach. We have, I think somewhere in the area of 14, but we need another 10. Our ministry's growing, and with this heat and maybe with the rains, that we can actually extend it to sit more than 200 people in the street out there, because a lot of them are standing around. Like I said, we fed 1,300 people this Sunday with our outreach. But we're actually doing what God has commanded us, and that's to spread the word, make a difference in the community. And being Native American Indian, we obey the Creator. And we're spiritual people, and we believe we're in spiritual warfare. And so when I preach, when I go down into Skid Row, I said, we're warriors of the Creator, come here to do spiritual warfare, to make things happen and to really help people and to pick them up and get them out of the streets. That's what the main focus is. So I think that's in closing. Do your homework, research us under GodProvidesMinistry.org. Look at it for us on Facebook under God Provides Ministry, Native American Food Bank. And also there's a link right off our website. You can link it to our food. And then my name is Alan Espinosa.
You take donations on your website.
We're always looking for food donations. Because of the volume, we're looking for pallets. We're looking for vehicles. Canned items. We're using old pallet jacks. You can use some new ones. Small things. But whatever you contribute becomes an extension of the blessing you'll receive. The gentleman that we donated this vehicle to us, not this one, but the one prior, lasted with us for 6 years, and he was, he wanted a small monetary sum. I said, donate to us and be blessed. That vehicle, 4 days a week, went and got produce that fed thousands of people in the street every week. And I always said, those blessings belong to him. That was his vehicle. He's donated to him, and so that happened to us. So I said, let us put the overalls on your dollar bills and let it work for Jesus or God, or if you belong to another religious organization, let you receive the blessing through that. We're faith-based. We don't try to change anybody's faith. We just try to have respect for it, and we try to be big asset in community. And that's what we are. We're a community organization trying to do our best in the community and believe it or not, we do it without government funding. We're not a government funding.
Tell us a little bit about the food that you get there.
The food we got, what we donate, we try to donate some really healthy meat products and stuff like that to build up some strength. And we also donate some pies and some other items we consume. But the real food is the Word of Christ. That's where a lot of people get confused with what we have to eat today. Because the Word of Christ, because Christ is eternal. And food is just a meal for today. But that's what we're doing. Right now, I pray before we start, and I try to come up with some words of wisdom that God wants me to say today. And so I'm able to share it with the people in the streets and hopefully bring them to salvation. They may be able to go forth and go forth in their lives, but in the walk of Jesus, to bring the hope into them, also to bring salvation into them, and also even more than that, but they may do what they've been commanded to do, is share the word, to share it to another person able to save, help them save. And so I work with what's called the circle of influence. Right now we're dealing with the Jewish pride. We're exactly calling Jesus Christ to come forth. And then we also sound the horn of the
We bless you, Father, the King of the universe.
But that's the old,
sanctifies us with His commandments, and He commands us to hear the voice of the shofar.
It will be followed with the end of the day with the shofar as well. have our sister Belle, who's be playing the tambourine. We have Pastor Frank, who's also he's the head pastor here for this ministry. We got Pastor Richard, who was also preaching today, and we have a conglomerate of a whole bunch of volunteers that I recognize as people that volunteer in other ministries that are here for our Skid Row ministry.
And when did you guys start doing this?
They've been doing it for quite a few years. I just came aboard as around the 1st of June. God provides started coming aboard. We were helping distributing food to ministries, but we actually became an active part of the ministry sometime in June, and now it's growing, and we're glad to be part of it.
So you and your wife just come out here every Sunday. This is a Sunday ritual.
We do it 3 Sundays out of the month. The last Sunday is where we take a break. But yeah, the ministry's here ongoing. It's Pastor Frank's ministry, and we're just glad to be a part of it.
Your end, your wife supports you 100%.
Oh yeah, she's part of the band.
All right. Cool. Sounds good. Thank you.
Keep it to myself. Come on now, he's turning. He's turning. He's turning my life around. I can't keep it to myself. Oh no, oh yeah. Ooh, oh yeah. Going. Jesus is here. He wants to make you whole. My God is willing. My God is able. Oh, God so loved. Oh.